Most films have a large set of characters, bringing our main protagonist value and depth. But sometimes that's not always the case, and one must survive alone. It's not an everyday occurrence that you find a film with only one actor. But when you find that diamond in the rough, it can sure stand out. Before we begin, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Every new sub helps us achieve our goal and keeps us motivated to create new content. With that being said, I'm your host, Jamie, and here are 10 films with only one character. Number 1, All Is Lost. Over 30 critics have this in their top 10 lists, receiving many nominations including Best Actor, Best Original Score, and Best Visual Effects in 2013. This action drama leaves one questioning the dangers of sailing the Indian Ocean alone. There's really not much to this film, and there's not a lot of dialogue, but Robert Redford does not need much to show the trials and tribulations when all is lost. His on-screen presence is enough to draw you in, with this beautiful score just behind every emotion makes you have some sympathy for him, and how sometimes you just really want to give up. Some claim that this is a huge metaphor for old age, as Redford is 77 years old here, and I can see it. We all face the reality that we're not mortal and we'll one day have to face growing old, loneliness, and ultimately death. With this film as well, there's no reason given to why he's alone, so it leaves a lot open for interpretation. I'm not sure if he was saved by an actual ship, as it's like a cargo carrier, or if he was saved by something else. Let me know your thoughts after you check this out on Tubi, Roku, Philo, Prime, Google Play, Apple TV, or Fandango. Number 2, 127 Hours. It's hard to imagine being trapped between a boulder and a canyon wall for just over 5 days by yourself and still live. But Aaron Ralston does exactly this and continues to climb to this very day. There's only one difference from that day to today. He always leaves a note telling his wife where he is and how long he plans to be out. Ralston has even stated that this 2010 film featuring James Franco is almost completely accurate, and Franco's portrayal of Ralston is brilliant. Danny Boyle is phenomenal with this biopic and survival drama. This film did land itself as top 10 in 2010 with 6 nominations. Ralston is an avid mountaineer who one day decided to just go to a trail, but with one tiny slip, a boulder comes loose and traps him. And he starts a video diary to keep his spirits up, hoping somebody will find him. But he remembers that nobody knows where he is. I will tell you, the score in this film will get you in your feelings, all the way from despair to the triumph of being found. You can just feel every emotion Franco goes through, and how he has this strong screen presence makes for the story to be admired by all. Make sure to give this a watch over on Max, Hulu, Prime, Google Play, Apple TV, or Fandango. You will be cheering for him by the end. Number 3, Buried. Ryan Reynolds has such a screen presence that you don't want to take your eyes off of him. And when he's the only character present, it just makes it that much more intense. Rodrigo Cortés brings this to life in 2010 about an American working in Iraq who gets kidnapped and buried alive. The captors want $5 million by a certain point, and they're communicating through an old BlackBerry phone. He also knows that he has a lighter, a pocket knife, a flask of alcohol, and a glow stick, and a malfunctioning flashlight. These all come in handy during his time in the wooden coffin, like the alcohol to get rid of a snake. He's also communicating with the government, hoping he'll be found since America does not negotiate with terrorists. I will warn you, this doesn't have a happy ending, but it works for the film. Reynolds has said that he would never go through an experience like this ever again, as this coffin was slowly filling up with sand and he was actually in a box for most of the shoot, making him have a touch of claustrophobia. But make sure to check this out on Tubi, Prime, Vix, Google Play, Apple TV, or Fandango. Number 4, Gravity. We've talked about this film before, and it deserves more than one look. Considering this film isn't only a science fiction, it has the main theme of adversity against Murphy's Law. The film starts off with 2 characters, Dr. Ryan Stone, played by Sandra Bullock, and Lieutenant Matt Kowalski, played by George Clooney. Not too long after the film starts, Matt sacrifices himself to save Ryan, considering that she has a daughter back home, and she wants to get back to her. Throughout the entire film, Ryan is sent to the brink of death so many times, and each time she kicks ass, bringing in all her training, survival skills, and will to live all help her come back to Earth. It's a great film that really goes to show you can do anything as long as your will to survive outweighs looming death and destruction. Okay, I'm not saying that's going to happen every single time, but it does help in certain circumstances. This film is awesome, with positive reviews, many nominations, and awards. You have to check this one out as soon as you can, over on Prime, Google Play, Apple TV, or Fandango. You will not regret it. Number 5, Castaway. Does anyone else remember Wilson? I'm not gonna lie, there's 2 references there. But I'm referring to the volleyball Tom Hanks has as a companion while he's stranded on a deserted island somewhere near Malaysia. Chuck, played by Hanks, is a system analyst for FedEx when he is sent to Malaysia to see about productivity. During a violent storm, the plane crashes, leaving him to be the sole survivor. He spends 4 years on this island, adapting to his surroundings and using the packages for whatever they're good for. He is able to do a tooth extraction and eventually a raft. During this time, Wilson is his lifeline to Sandy, as well as one package that has pink angel wings. His goal is when he's rescued, he's going to personally deliver this package. After 4 long years, he is rescued and does reunite with his family and friends, but he still ends up going to Texas for this package. It's not exactly clear how Chuck's story ends, but he's back on the mainland trying to gather up all the pieces. This is an amazing story and shows the lengths an actor will go through for a role. But Tom Hanks really deserved the win for Best Actor in Drama, and I don't think anybody else could have done this with such grace as he provides. Take some time and head over to Sling, Prime, Google Play, Apple TV, or Fandango to check it out.
Hey guys, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope that you're enjoying all of our content. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to ring that bell icon to stay up to date with our latest releases. If you want to support us even further, there are numerous ways. First, check out fatninja.shop, our very own merch store where we sell t-shirts, hoodies, hats, shoes, and more, featuring our logo and other designs. You can also join our Patreon, linked in the video description. Last but not least, we have officially launched the YouTube membership program. At only $4.99 a month, you'll get access to our monthly newsletter featuring reviews, previews, and exclusive behind-the-scenes information about our upcoming projects and videos. You also get a nifty little badge and special emojis that you can use during our upcoming live stream chats. And if you're a member of our Discord channel, you'll get access to a special role which gives you even better access to the Fat Ninja staff and the chance to enter a monthly prize drawing as well as a shout-out at the end of our videos. The prize drawings will only begin once we have reached our goal of 50 members. Finally, you'll also be gifted a special coupon code good for 20% off any item from our store. We appreciate each and every one of you and are incredibly thankful for your support. Each new subscriber and member helps us achieve our goals and keeps us motivated to create new content each week. Thanks again. Take care.
Number 6, Moon. Sometimes science fiction can actually be closer to reality than we think. And this theory is proven with Duncan Jones' directorial debut film, Moon. The plot is simple as we follow Sam Bell, played by Sam Rockwell, who is mining for helium-3 on the moon. This facility is pretty unique because only one person needs to be there to run it. Well, at the end of his 3-year stint, he isn't in his right mind. 3 years of no physical contact, communications are breaking down, and you're just working. I think anybody would be losing their mind. He ends up crashing his rover, where he falls unconscious, only to wake up back at the facility. Wondering how this happened, the AI ends up telling Sam everything little by little. It's insane to think that this could potentially happen, as NASA is already working on a way to get helium-3. The film appears in Trends in Cognitive Science Top 10 lists, landing at number 5 for quality, 9 for accuracy, and 3 for relevance. The team behind the journal is researchers who also love movies, so their ranking this film that high is pretty interesting. But the film was nominated for many awards, winning about half of them. So make sure to take some time and check this out on Prime, Google Play, Apple TV, or Fandango. Number 7, Inside. Watching William Dafoe go completely insane for about 2 hours is probably one of my favorite pastimes. I don't know what it is about him, but these are some of his best characters. And Nemo in this one is in my top 5. We follow an art thief who has an alarm malfunction as he's stealing some art and gets trapped in a penthouse with no running water, no food, no way to escape, and all the art. Slowly, he starts losing his mind, especially since there's no way to escape this prison he's in. Even the cleaning lady, who's just outside the door on multiple occasions, doesn't hear him, so all hope is lost. Or does he find a clever way to avoid death in this solitary tomb? I love how the ending doesn't exactly tell you, but gives you a clue. Shooting this film in chronological order also helps make this story more compelling, helping this film get more and more praise. The writer, Ben Hopkins, knew how to set the stage, and this new director, Vasilis Kaputz, does an amazing job in his directorial debut. I'm sure we'll see great things from him. In the meantime, check this out on Google Play, Apple TV, Fandango, or Prime. Number 8, The Shallows. We've talked about this one before, and I have to say again, Blake Lively is just amazing in this film. The plot is simple as she heads out to a specific beach to go surfing when a giant shark enters the area, leaving her to fight to survive, even when it looks like she'll be defeated. I absolutely love this film because Lively plays this character so well. And sure, there's other actors who come into play. Their roles mean absolutely nothing in the grand scheme of it. I think the seagull has a bigger part than the others in this film. The cinematography is by far some of the best for a killer shark thriller. The score just adds that extra level to each scene. Originally, the crew wanted to film this off the coast of Galveston, Texas, but were denied due to safety reasons. So instead it was shot over in Australia and Queensland. Release of the film was also strategic as Colombia didn't want to compete with much of the Purge election year and the July 4th holiday, so they decided to release it a week before the Purge, which I think it was a smart choice as it ended up making $16.7 million, which was twice of what they were looking for. So head on over to Starz, Hulu, Sling, Roku, Prime, Philo, Google Play, Apple TV, or Fandango to see this thriller. Number 9, The Noah. Daniel Burla directed this film, which was released in 1975, starring Robert Strauss, who's a soldier and sole survivor after a nuclear apocalypse. He manages to get himself to an island that seems to be untouched by the large amounts of radiation plaguing the Earth. While he's on this island alone, he slowly starts creating an entire civilization of imaginary people. It's intense, and Strauss is brilliant in his role. Shot in Puerto Rico in 1968, with a lot of tension between Burla and Strauss, this film finally reached theaters in 1975, but only had 4 showings until a lawyer came in and took the film. It was then not seen by the world until 1997 when it was appreciated for being a classic in New York. In 2006, Bertla finally got this one to be released on DVD and is now available on YouTube for you to see when you have some extra time. Number 10, Sleep. We're going to change styles here, but this film needs to be talked about. Andy Warhol did this avant-garde film in the 60s, basically working his camera to film his lover, John Giorno. The camera angles are some to be captivated by. To think most of the shots are done in 3-minute increments is something to be admired. It feels so maternal in some points, and yet it has this intimacy that just eludes your senses. Andy Warhol was more known for his paintings, such as the Marilyn Monroe or the Campbell's soup can, for example. But occasionally he would step out and create something totally different. He filmed Giorno nightly, especially because he could sleep through anything, but he was experimenting with the camera and the artwork that came along with it. It's really something you wouldn't expect to enjoy watching, and it is long at a running time of 5 hours and 21 minutes. But every moment makes you feel something. So, if you're ever feeling lonely, take the night to enjoy Giorno's Sleep over on Vimeo. Thanks for checking out the video. Did we leave any films off the list? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to tap that bell icon to stay up to date with our latest releases. You can reach out to us on Twitter or X at StudiosFat, or chat with us on Discord, linked below. If you're really enjoying our content and want to help support us, click that join button for exclusive content, rewards, and perks. Make sure to check out our very own merch store located at fatninja.shop. All proceeds go towards our next film project, so we greatly appreciate it. I've been your host, Jamie. Thanks again. See you in the next one.